Hi everybody, I'm just here with Chira. Chira, would you like to introduce yourself and what this video is all about?
Yes, I'm Chera, and today we're going to be discussing how to find the suitable career path for you. Now, what I struggle myself and a lot of my friends is as soon as they finish school or college, they struggle to find what's the best career path for them. So we're going to have a series of videos where we're going to show you how to find and identify what the best career path is. So we're going to be chatting with some people who are already in the industry, and I'm going to be showing you what that field is all about and what the type of work is involved with, and just so that you have an idea of what that's about and you can decide for yourself whether that's what's best for you. And today I'm here with Chris Delaney, who's been a career coach as well as a life coach, and today I'm going to be discussing life coaching as the career path. So Chris Delaney, you've been a life coach for 15 years, is that right?
Yeah, about 15 years, yeah. Started off doing like employability coaching, got into career coaching, got into life coaching, and then got more into like the hypnotherapy side of things more recently over the last 5 to 7 years, I think that was.
Okay, fantastic. Right, Chris, I've got a series of questions lined up for you.
Okay.
So are you ready?
I'm ready, yes.
Okay.
Fire away.
Here we go. Right. So, in a nutshell, what would you say life coaching is all about for those who don't know and haven't come across it?
Life coaching is such a generic term that covers so much. I think it like came out in like the 1970s or something. But funny enough, life coaching came from the sports industry, where sports coaches started using like visualization to sort of help professional athletes become more successful, looking at strategies that they use when they was on their A game and getting them to use that in all their different events and matches that that person was involved in. And what people did is took the strategies that that coach, that sports coach used, and put it into more general situations, so helping people be more successful in life, be more successful in business, and be more successful in stuff like finances and relationships. So generally life coaching is a generic term, but it's always about looking at what people do successfully in one part of their life and getting that strategy and helping them be more successful in different parts of their lives.
Right, I see. Okay. So what if someone wants to get into this line of work, what sort of qualifications do they need to start off?
It's a really funny industry, coaching, because officially in the UK, because this obviously gets streamed everywhere, doesn't it? In the UK you don't need an official qualification to become a coach. Anyone with the skills, qualities and experiences can be a life coach. But it's really, really good if anyone wants to become a life coach is to get qualified, to get experience and to get the skills required from it. On the courses you learn loads of different techniques, you learn loads of different strategies, you also meet loads of different people who are experienced in the field who teach you their own experiences to help you become more empowered. When I got into this industry and I started doing courses, one of the things I used to do, and what I still do now actually, is meet up with other people who are interested in coaching and practice techniques on each other. So you go from that stage of sort of like learning a technique but having to follow the 5, 10 and 15 steps to be actually being with a client and just being unconsciously competent, just letting those questions, that innovative idea just come from your mind. So you don't officially need to have a recognised qualification, but I highly recommend getting one. One, because some clients want to know that you're qualified, and two, you learn a wide range of strategies, a wide range of techniques that would really help you. Because when you got a client there, you don't have to be thinking, oh, like, what do we do now? You just want it to be so like commonplace, like it just flows and creates that rapport, and then you can help your client move along with their life.
Right, I see. Thanks for that, Chris. And what are the different sort of branches and avenues of niches? I know you said there are so many, but what would you say the most common ones are in life coaching?
Yeah, there's so many out there, and loads of people get into this industry and go, and loads of people just want to make loads of money from it straight away, and it's quite a hard niche to make a lot of money or to become a full-time coach in it. And the way you do that is by niching. So you can do anything in life. Some people will have a problem with. So you can be a sports coach, you can be a career coach, you can be an anxiety coach, a motivational coach, a phobia coach, a stress coach. No matter what that little niche is, you can coach people in that. often the strategies and techniques are the same for all those different avenues and all those different niches, but by specialising in one niche you can market yourself more effectively, and that'll help create more business for you. But the main thing is having an interest in helping people be more successful.
Right. So the main avenues or niches are motivational, overcoming anxiety, phobias, hypnotherapy.
Yeah, but then there's like business, finance, everything. You know, people have barriers in all areas of their lives. Like a big one's goal setting, and that's also you can goal set in your business, in your personal life, in your career. So what I always say to people, no matter what you want to do, you should niche. So you might go, I want to be a career coach as an example, but then niche again. So I want to be a goal career coach, or I want to be an anxiety career coach, or an interview career coach. The more you niche, the more you can market yourself to that right group of people, and people can find you more easily on places like Google and stuff like that.
Right, I see. So let's say now someone's aspiring to be a life coach. What should they do as soon as they leave school? Where do they find that place where you said it's better to get a qualification? Or it's where can they go to find a group of people where they can meet some more career coaches and have network with them and make progress? So what should they do immediately after they leave school?
Yeah, so it's all about having a passion for helping people, but then what you have to think about is life coaching the right career for you? Because there's loads of jobs out there where you can help different people, and you can get a salaried job helping people, which for some is less stressful than having a self-employed coaching business. You can do stuff like counselling, you can do CBT, you can work as a teacher, you can work in pastoral, you can work as a careers advisor. There's so many places where you can be salaried, but in a niche where you're helping people. So that's one thing you always want to consider first. Do I want to be self-employed, or do I want to be employed? If you want to be a life coach though, if you Google like life coaching courses, you'll find thousands of courses coming up.
Wow.
Some will cost you £50, it'll be like an online little course where you get a printed out certificate at the end. Or you can actually go to university and do something like a level 6 certificated life coaching course, which is really in depth, takes like a whole year to complete. There's so many different levels to what you want to do, and it's all about what sort of level of coaching you want to be at, what knowledge level you want to be at. And as well as doing the qualifications, like you said, Shira, there's loads of places where you can meet and network with other coaches. There's loads of coaching groups, and you go into places like Meetup. There's loads of different coaching groups where you can sit down with different coaches and learn from their experiences. You might specialise or niche in something like NLP or hypnotherapy. And again, there's loads of groups like practice groups. I run an NLP practice group where people meet up and practice different techniques. There's loads of places to meet different people, but the question goes back to is, how do you want to help someone? So do you want to teach? Do you want to counsel? Do you want to coach? Do you want to use practical stuff like, you could even get involved in stuff like motivating people to be more fit in the gym and become a fitness instructor. So it's very different from coaching, but actually it's all about rapport building, about interacting with people, about having strategies to help that person, motivating that person to, lift more weights or to be more fit. There's loads of different niches out there. You can get into nutrition as an example as well. There's so many different specialisms out there. You don't have to be a self-employed life coach, but if you want to do that, then that's a great thing to do. But again, you've got to weigh up all the stuff like you're going to have to market yourself, you have to set up your own business, you've got your taxes to pay, and people want to help people and want to do all that interacting on that one-to-one or that group basis, but they don't consider all the marketing side they've got to do, where you start in your house typing, creating blog posts and all that sort of stuff. The money you need to constantly spend on self-development, on training, on increasing your skill base is massive. If you're employed, companies often pay for that. If you get into stuff like business development organisations, such as every big organisation will have a development team, and what that development team does is run like induction packages, all the training for the organisation, but a massive part of their role is doing one-to-one coaching with senior managers and senior directors, and it's that coaching part, it's the stuff that I do with my clients, but you're getting paid, and you're getting qualified, and you're getting trained from the company.
Right.
So you want to weigh up these options. Don't just jump into being a self-employed life coach. because it's quite hard to make money doing that. There's a lot of overheads. It's really good fun though, you know, it's like if you want to do that, go for it. But there's other options that most people don't consider.
Right. So, with regards to finding that niche in life coaching, the golden question you got to ask yourself is, how do I want to help people? In what way do I want to help people? So that'll help you identify what niche it is. And with life coaching being a very flexible career, you can go down either being self-employed or working with an organization as a coach to develop their business or their employees, and so on. So, and the other thing you got to bear in mind is, just like anything is, there's a lot of behind the scenes work going on.
Loads behind the scenes and loads of risk as well. Like I, also because I've been in this industry for so long and I'm quite passionate and I do loads of networking and stuff, I meet loads and loads of people, and there's only a small percentage of those people that are full-time life coaches, and actually a lot of them are part-time life coaches, because in their self-employed business they're keynote speakers, a lot of them are authors, and most of them deliver training courses as well as doing the one-to-one stuff as well. So even as a full-time coach, they're not really, they've got a couple of different businesses going in there. So I definitely weigh up how you want to help people, and if you want to become employed or self-employed.
Right. Okay. Fantastic. And that's the other beauty about this industry. So if you're in a different line of work and you want to branch out into something else, or you want to create an extra source of income, the second source of income, life coaching is one of the things you can seriously consider, because you can do it on the side as a part-time and develop your skills, find a mentor, and then start your own blog post, and then hopefully start helping clients out, and then you can do consultation work for businesses and other organizations. So that's one of the beauties, the privileges of this industry. Right. My next question is there a type of personality that fits life coaches? Or because there are different personalities fit different avenues or different industries or different career paths. So would you say there is a type of personality that fits life coaching?
I don't know if I'd say there's a particular type of personality that fits life coaching, because it is obviously all about helping people. So you sort of think you need a personality where it's all about being people focused rather than system focused. But actually some people who are system focused are really good coaches, because they don't get caught up in their client's situation, and because you have quite a lot of empathy with people, sometimes your perspective will change because you'll be so emotionally involved in what they're saying that you can't disassociate and ask those right questions to help people. One of the hardest things to learn is to listen without actually thinking yourself. What we tend to do when we're talking, and I presume you may be doing this right now actually, because you're sort of like interviewing me and asking me loads of questions, I'm answering it, and as I'm answering it, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to ask this next question, or I've got this next thought. But one of the key skills to learn as a coach is to ignore or delete or to get rid of all those thoughts in your head and just listen to everything that client's saying. And because you're so focused on that client, you're listening, but all your senses taking in their gestures, their micro-facial expressions, the tonality of what people are saying. Language, one of the techniques you learn as well is like the language that people use has so many different meanings. Like key words help me decide what I need to do to help that client. But when you got these thoughts in your head, you sort of delete all that, 'cause you're so internally focused that you don't ask the right questions. And that's why some coaches take 10, 15, 20 sessions to help people to become more confident or to get over a phobia. But when I do my sessions, I can get rid of people's phobias in 1, 2 or 3 sessions, because I've got this ability now to delete all my self-talk, just take in and focus on that client. And then as that client conversation dies down, the ideas, the things I need to do, the things I need to say intuitively pop into my head, and I'm not second guessing, I'm not thinking what I need to do, and not using my own experience to influence what I'm saying. I'm listening to that person, trying to get into their view of the world, get into their perspective, to get into their head, and that intuitive gives me the right techniques, the right strategy, the right thing to say to help that person.
So would you say a type of personality that is and a very attentive listener and you got to have a lot of sort of where you see the situation from the client's perspective, see it from their angle. You've got to have that and develop that acumen basically.
Yeah, definitely. You sometimes think, an extrovert will be better because they talk loads, it's all about talking. But actually coaching is more about listening. So then you go, an introvert will be better, but the introvert might get so introverted that they don't ask the questions at the right time. So I think it's not really about your personality, because I think your personality, you can control that, and you can be more extrovert or more introvert, or you can be more people or system focused. It's more about learning the techniques that would really help your client, like you said, being able to listen without thinking, to getting into their heads so you can see the world from their perspective. Because we naturally, when we meet people, listen to what they're saying, but it gets filtered through our own experience, through our own values and belief system, and from our own current state as well. Imagine being a coach but being really tired after seeing 3 clients. Clients come in, they talk to you, you're tired, you're not going to have the same effect where you're really energetic. And what you need to learn is when that client comes into your room, that you can get into that state that you need to be in, get into that focused place, that way you can best help your clients. So I personally think it's not more about your personality, it's about learning how to control your state, learning how to control your thought process, and having those thousands of hours of experience, skills and training that you intuitively can respond to your client in the best way. And obviously that comes with experience and it comes with practice.
So it's a case of like being an attentive listener, seeing from the client's perspective, and being able to yourself will filter out and process it and looking in the right way, and identifying what technique is best to solve the problem. And it comes from practice, isn't it, Chris?
You definitely. When I got into this, you obviously have a time frame for your clients, and you ask loads of questions, and some clients are really big talkers as well. So you started doing this session, and when I first started, I always been really conscious of the time. I've been talking a lot, I've been asking loads of questions, but I'm not actually done the technique to help him. So I need to get on that technique. I've only got 15 or 20 minutes. But now, because of having all that experience and making loads of mistakes, and being so trained, that I don't worry about the time. Maybe intuitively I know what time it is. And what I do now is more focus on the client and how to get more specific. People have these generic problems. People always say to me, I'm not confident. And I used to go, right, okay, so let's do some confidence boosting sessions, where what I do now is getting to look at that from a different perspective. I get specific information. So when is it, are you confident? Are you more confident with your friends or with your family? Are you more confident at work or when you meet a stranger on the street? In what situations are you confident in? In what situations do you feel you need more confidence? And you get the client to look at his situation from a different perspective. Instead of this generic, I'm not confident, they go, well actually I'm not confident when I meet strangers that I fancy in a bar, as an example. And that's one specific place rather than that generic, I'm not confident. So using all these questions to chunk down to get specific information helped me understand that client a lot clearer, get into their world, and then I can use techniques to help them move forward with their lives.
And it's not just one technique, isn't it? It's a case of maybe perhaps a combination of techniques.
Definitely. Loads of different techniques. So when I first learned this stuff, I'd have one technique and I'd do that technique and help the client move forward a little bit, where now, because I intuitively pull out different techniques all the time, it's just a more powerful thing. Like I said before in the video, the language people use helps me understand their view of the world. I used to do a thing where I used to set goals all the time for clients. And I say, you want to do this goal, how do you feel about it? And they say stuff like, I'm going to try and do it, or I could do that task if you want. And when people say stuff like try or could or maybe, it's massive indicators that they're not actually fully committed. So then I challenge that a bit more, do some other stuff to really get that commitment from them, or get the client to look at what's blocking them doing that thing. And if when clients say, I will do this, that's when I know that they're on it straight away.
Okay, brilliant. There's so much insight there about the techniques and how you use them, how to become an effective life coach, and it's not necessarily about the personality. Right, final question for you, Chris. What is the best part about being a life coach? What is your what is the job satisfaction of being a life coach?
Well, it's obviously different for different people. I know some people who get into this industry because they want to make money, and people go, "Oh, it's about helping people, not money." But it doesn't matter what your motivational pull is, as long as that motivates you to be your best, to learn the skills to help those clients. And you can be motivated by money, and you'll only make money by helping everyone, or you won't get new referrals, would you? So for some people, money motivates them. For other people, being having that status or that identity of being self-employed and an entrepreneur or a business person is the motivation that helps them. And that motivation of being a business owner helps you market yourself better, makes you go to more networking, helps you write more blog posts and all these behind-the-scenes things that people need to do. For me personally, I'm motivated by seeing the difference I make with people's lives. I love when clients come in and they tend to book for one problem, and when you meet them, you talk to them in that first 5 minutes, 5, 6 or 7 other problems, barriers, or different things come out. And what I find is when I help people, it affects them in the main goal, but then helps in all these different areas of their lives. I always do a lot of anxiety for being the centre of attention, public speaking, meeting people at parties and stuff like that. And every time I help someone with that anxiety, they come back and I sort of say, "So how's your life?" And they go, "Oh, it's been really weird. Like I'm a better swimmer, or I'm more talkative with my family now."
Yeah.
It's got so many add-ons, which is great, and I love that. I love helping with their main goal, but I love to find out how it helped them subconsciously with other areas of their life. So me, it's the distance travel for the client that motivates me.
Right. Okay. Making the difference and seeing that change.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
But for people who want to be a coach, you might not be motivated by that, but it's completely fine as long as you learn all those skills to help your clients, and that will then help you achieve your motivational pill, which might be money, might be business, might be status, whatever that is.
So yeah, everyone's got a different motivation. It's important that you identify what it is. Yes. Right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Chris, for that. Very insightful. We covered so many aspects of what life coaching is all about. And if you got any more questions, just leave a comment below, and we'd be happy to answer that and discuss more things about life coaching if you're interested. And stay tuned for more videos I'll be covering more career paths in different industries, and interview more individuals who have years of experience in different career paths. So I'll see you soon then.
Fantastic, thanks Stuart. And just before we finish, Stuart, because we're streaming it from both our channels, this one, so if people want to follow your channel, want to listen to these other career paths, I know you've got plans to get loads of different experts in. It sounds like it's going to be a really good channel to follow. What's the channel name? Where can people find you?
It's called Essentials. I'll leave a link below at Chris's video, and likewise, if you're interested in more about what Chris is doing, Chris has got some fantastic products and services on his website. I'll leave the link below on under this video, so make sure you check it out.
Brilliant. Thanks everyone. See you next time.